Hello, it's Natasha from YMO Homeschool. Today I wanted to give you a flip through of Simply Classical Spelling Book 2. This is by Memoria Press. There is not a lot out there about this program that I can find, and their sample on the Memoria Press website isn't very detailed. So when I purchased this, I really didn't know what to expect, and I thought others might be in a similar position. I also didn't know if it was the right level for my child, and so I wanted to address that too. So this particular spelling program goes with Simply Classical 3. However, you could use this spelling program independently of that program. So as you can see, it's a very nice book. It's thicker than I expected it to be, but it's not very thick. And then here we have the contents, and you can see we have short A, short E, short I, short O, short U, an assessment, long A, silent E, long I, silent E, long O, silent E, long U, silent E, assessment 2, double consonants, short and long, CK, S teams, QU, NG, and K, AI, AY, EA, EE, long I, O with 2 consonants, soft C and hard C, soft G and hard G, 3 sounds of Y, long I spelled IE and IGH, long O spelled OE and OA, and then we have some assessments and dictation and an appendix. So now let me show you more of what this book covers. So we have an introduction here, and it talks about in book 2, the students will engage in the research practice of dictation in a 3-step process. They'll write letters, they'll write words, and they'll write sentences. And here's something super important. This is a pre-test. So you do this dictation with your student. There's actually a spot in the book to do the pre-test dictation. However, I did the pre-test dictation on a separate piece of paper, just in case this was not the right level and I needed to return it. But basically, you dictate these 4 sentences to your student, and they write them. If they don't get at least 90% accuracy in spelling, sentence construction, and punctuation, then this is the right level. However, if they do get 90 to 100% accuracy in spelling, sentence construction, and punctuation, then you'd want to move on to a different spelling program. Also, if they do not have CVC and CCVC words like in numbers 1 and 2, if they didn't get these 2 sentences correct, you might want to go to book 1. So let me explain that again. If they get sentences 1 and 2 correct, but they struggle with sentences 3 and 4, this book, book 2, is the appropriate level. If they get 90 to 100% of this correct, this book is too easy, and you'd want to move on to the next level, which in the Simply Classical program, the next level would be Traditional Spelling 1. So I hope that helps explain it a little bit, but we did the pre-test and found that this was the right level for my daughter. She has mastered, CVC and CCVC words, but she's having a little trouble with what they call words to know, or you might want to say sight words, or words that don't follow the rules, that sort of thing, which this program teaches. You'll give the same test as a post-test at the end of the year to see their writing progress. However, if they have not still mastered this, then you want to reteach this program, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Then we have some teacher notes. We have words to know. These are the 90 most common words that they'll come across in their writing, and you are to make flashcards. Now, I actually made some flashcards and I saved them as a document on my computer. If you purchase this program and would like those flashcards, I'd be happy to send them to you so you don't have to do that work too. It gives you some games that you'll be playing. You'll be playing Words to Know Go Fish and Words to Know Memory, so it just describes those games. And then it talks about composition skills. Now, they recommend, of course, that you use Simply Classical writing, step-by-step sentences along with the spelling program. But if you are not, it says to make sure to focus on initial capital letter in a sentence, capital letters for proper nouns, and ending punctuation. Then we have a suggested 5-day teaching pattern. Now, keep in mind that the Simply Classical 3 program is a 4-day program with an optional 5th day, but this program is split up into 5 days. So, I know that referring to this every day would be difficult for me. It's a lot of information. I did read through it all, so I would know exactly what I was doing. But what I did is I just created a document of my spelling lesson plans. Now, we do school Tuesday through Friday instead of Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday. So this is, for us. But basically, this is the first day of the week, second day of the week, third day of the week, fourth day of the week. Now, these plans have the dictation on a 5th day. But as you can see, it's super easy to do this in 4 days if you just throw the dictation into the last of your 4 days. So basically what this covers, and it goes way more into detail here. So on the first day, you would introduce the key words. These are the words that follow some sort of phonics pattern. Then you would do listen, repeat, say, spell, say. So you would tell the child the word, they would repeat it, and then you say it, spell it, say it. You'd have them do that. Introduce the words to know. Then there's a words in context section, which I'll show you. So you would read over that and then write 1 time each. On the second day, you do listen, repeat, say, spell, say. Trace each word with a yellow marker, saying each phonogram out loud. Quiz the word to know cards and play words to know, go fish. Then the third day, you would listen, repeat, say, spell, say, write high. So that's writing each word on the air, on sandpaper and sand, etc. Then you would do the word study questions that are in this book. Then you would write 1 time each and then play words to know memory. And then on the 4th day, you would do a spelling quiz with all the words. Then you write each missed word in the extra practice section that's in this book. Then you review missed words, so you can use sidewalk chalk on the board and rice, etc. And then quiz cumulative words to know. So then you'll go over all the words to know that they've done so far. And then dictation. And this dictation, again, is on the 5th day if you're doing it as a 5-day program, or just throw it into that 4th day. So this goes over all of the teaching tips, and then assessment weeks look a little bit different. So it gives you a schedule for assessment weeks. And then we have the pretest dictation that I mentioned, and then we get right into the worksheets. Now, the worksheets look very plain and simple, but as you can see, you're doing a lot of hands-on with the games and sand and sidewalk chalk and all of that, which this manual goes over all of that. So while the worksheets look very plain, the actual program is not. It's very hands-on for kinesthetic learners. And so we have the key words, and so these follow some sort of pattern. So these are short A words in this case. And when it says write 1 time each, that's right here. And then when it goes back to writing them 1 time each, the 3rd day, that's here. Word study, which is on the 3rd day, it's just these questions here. So you ask your student the questions, they answer them orally. These are the words to know. So these are, the sight words that they need to learn to spell. Again, write them 1 time each, the 1st day and then the 3rd day. And words in context, this is the 1st day, and you're just going to have them read these words or these sentences and then find the words to know or any of their spelling words in these sentences, and they can underline them. And then extra practice, this is if they get a word wrong, then they will write it here when you quiz them. Then here we have a step-by-step dictation page, and this is the last day of the week. And then again, review keywords and words to know if they miss any. And so it just goes through like that each week. So it has the basic worksheet and then the dictation spot. Worksheets, dictation. Okay. So this page tells us all of our words that you'll be doing in this program, because these are the assessments. So I'm just going to kind of pause here a little bit so you can see the keywords and words to know. Obviously, those words to know are more difficult than the keywords. The keywords are those phonics-based words. Also, if they do not get 85% or above when you're doing the assessment, then you pause the program, you review what you've already learned before moving on. So this is a mastery program. You don't want to rush them through. I'm just going slow here so you can see the types of words. And then we have the scope and sequence. And the keywords, it tells you whatever phonics key that they're working on that week. So this is really, really handy. And then, of course, it has the words to know as well. Okay, and then here's a list of all 90 words to know. And then, of course, there is a certificate in the back. We all know that I love certificates. Now, something I wanted to point out, when you buy directly from Memoria Press, which I highly recommend, you get downloadable things, and that makes buying directly from Memoria Press worth it. Also, in the month of June, if you spend over a certain amount, there's free shipping for Memoria Press. I know that's one of the biggest complaints about Memoria Press is the shipping cost, and so people will often buy from Rainbow Resource instead of Memoria Press, so they get free shipping, but then they don't get these downloads. So really, these downloads are invaluable to me. Maybe they won't matter to you, but for your dictations, those are in the back in the appendix there. But how are you going to do that when they're going to be writing in the book, you know? So that can be a little difficult. Well, if you purchase directly from Memoria Press, you just print them out, and then your student can have their book, you can have this printed out, so you know exactly what sounds you're telling them, what words you're telling them, and the sentence. So that is super, super helpful. And then it has the same thing for the assessments. It has the words that you'll be telling them for the assessments. So again, if Memoria Press products have something to download, you only get it if you buy it directly from Memoria Press. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I hope that was helpful and gave you an idea about this program. If you have any questions, please let me know, but I'm pretty excited to use it. And of course, I will let you know how it goes throughout this year. Thanks for watching.